Well, hey friends, how about a new moon reading as we start out another 6 months of Capricorn projects, plans, expertise, structure, all that discipline that we need to get things done and done right. Let's look into that. What are we starting? Capricorn, a cardinal energy. Just means it starts a season, winter. And so we can kind of look to it to help us get started. So let's see. I'm going to look for an overall energy of what's happening here from the Tarot of the She. The Maker Princess. The gift of creativity. I sure feel this. I feel like this flourishing of creativity is happening, which doesn't feel very Capricorn. But there's also like, I have all of this ability to like go forward and make it happen. This so that also feels, though, remember Capricorns are experts, right? So a maker princess, that's like a page. It's a very young, not expert. So this might be a time of creativity and also excuse me, a time of being a beginner. Underlying energy here. It looks like this fairy is pregnant. It's a really beautiful sunny day. Real earthy energy here in the Maker Princess. Really gorgeous. Okay, underlying that, another kind of energy, just one. This is how we act and communicate. Warrior 8. It's an 8 of Wands. You can see this fairy is riding a dragon into battle. Fantastic. But there's a real like forcefulness to that energy. Bringing your creativity forward with discipline, with power, in a serious way. Even though it feels like a beginning place with a page or a princess. All right, so we're going to ask the usual advice. We'll ask a 5-card one. We'll put one in for the moon. But we're going to ask, what should we release? What shall we embrace? What the moon wants to tell us. And she's hanging out with the sun. That's why we can't see her at night. And what's hidden that the tarot wants you to know. And what the future may bring. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know why I feel like coughing. I'm not sick. I've hardly exerted myself today. But as soon as I started this reading, maybe I've been talking. I did a couple readings before for friends. Okay, so what do we want to release from this Capricorn new moon? 7 of Cups, all of our fantasies and delusions. Yes, very Capricorn energy. So you can see the Raven here, who is the character in this deck, which is called The Raven's Dream. It's looking up at all these possibilities. They're like glass ornaments hanging. I don't know what they're hanging from, but they're glass ornaments full of concepts. The heart, a snake, usually victories in one. There's a bone, a snake, a stag. Boy, I'm seeing the stag. A cage that's open. So these are all the ways that are, and this is cups, so it's our feelings, so that we can, I kind of get this feelings aren't facts message. So release your illusions and fantasies. It's time to get real. What's our embrace? Yeah, time to get real. The Emperor, Mr. Structure himself. Structural power. Looking out over the kingdom. All right. It's a very dark energy. It's very Martian. I don't know. I don't actually know what planet rules Capricorn. You tell me. Okay, so we're releasing illusions and we're getting real. So like the Emperor takes the raw material, the abundance of earth, this kind of energy. This is that young page energy. Takes that abundance and gives it structure, which is needed, even though it doesn't feel very good to me. Okay. Capricorn, the moon in Capricorn is talking to us about honesty, about theft. The Seven of Swords. Little fox here. I don't often use this deck. It's busy, but that means we just have to spend a little bit of time looking at it, or I do. Okay, so I see this one raven has a string and is fishing, and then another raven eating this, and then the fox unfortunately represents the thief. There's keys on this stick here. What else is going on? There's a butterfly. Well, the Seven of Swords is self-defeating thoughts, but it's specifically about theft and secrets and lies. So this is something that we'll need to look at further. It's kind of like, in a fairly positive reading, we do have a Seven of Cups and a Seven of Swords, and the Swords is under what this moon is starting at. I feel like we're going to have some secrets revealed to us. So we're being told, like, to release our illusions, and then the Emperor, see the Emperor, embrace who the Emperor is, and Capricorn is like talking about the truth coming out. Gee, I don't know what that makes me think of. American political system right now, but it could have to do with something else. So what's hidden that the tarot wants us to know? The Two of Wands. This is a great card about envisioning the world that you want to live in. It's a vision card. Fire, willpower. This is very powerful energy. What kind of animal is that walking around in the desert there? You got those guys walking around in the desert under that crazy moon with the fire pokers. A fish under the earth, or in a dark river. This is a really dramatic Two of Wands. Those two cacti represent the wands, I guess, or the two fire pokers. And wands are fire, so it's proper to have all this fire in the card. Those look like wolves to me. They're kind of they almost look like bears, but they're bear wolves. They're hybrids. Yeah, this dark river with the fish in it. So there's a vision, or a need for vision, that the tarot says is hidden from you that you need to see, or that the tarot is cluing you into seeing that right now. The future will be Seven of Wands, a third seven. This is a challenging time. Seven of Wands, it's about resistance. It's about standing up with integrity for what it's another Wands, willpower, fire, energy. Got those octopus legs as wands. And the raven fighting off the octopus that wants to take away her crab. See, she's got a crab, or they. And then all those octopus tentacles coming after that. So there's this about fighting with integrity for what is yours kind of feeling here. There's something about this too with this seven, there's the theft of the fish here. Yeah. I'm looking at the she here again. So we have this It's really nice, grounded, earthy energy. Young. And then we have action. There's more fire here with the Eight of Wands. It's kind of a different feel when we get into the actual message. All these sevens. All these wands. And the Emperor. What's underlying this deck here? Let's see. The World. There's an ending and a new beginning. More fire. This is a little dark, my friends. This looks like kind of a hard time. We will clarify. Let's see. I try to always have Pollyanna readings, but it's not possible to always have a Pollyanna reading right away. Let's see what we can do. It's not that I'm in denial, it's just I like to look for what we're learning, how we're growing. I'm a Scorpio. Death is my card. It's about transformation. It's about rising from fire. I do see fire on the table. I see an ending to a whole cycle that we've been in. The world is about, we've finished something. We've come to the end of something. I think of it as a positive. We've achieved something. I think because I do live in the United States and I see all this fire and the Emperor is here and the Seven of Swords is here. Yeah, I do definitely see, I'm concerned, right? But I also do see on the table an ending of people holding their ground against all these tentacles. So let's see what this is all about. Okay, Seven of Cups. This is our illusions and fantasies here. So we get this glorious Knight of Pentacles. This is doing it right, step by step. Takes a long time to release all of these illusions. I find that to be very positive. Yes, more about, this is slow, temperance. There is a tempering, taking these cups that are full of illusions and going like this until we understand, until we have transformed our feelings in a way that, but it takes time. It's slow. And then thirdly, there's your Seven of Cups again. Wow. So this is a very slow process of waking up from illusions and just let it go. You can't do anything about it. Embrace the Emperor, structural power. What are we embracing here? I'm never one to quickly embrace the Emperor. Now, if it's the Empress, I'm all in. But I have a queer person's relationship with the Emperor. I don't like dictators. Strong father figures and patriarchs. That's what the Emperor sometimes brings in for me and is bringing in for me now. Six of Cups, inner child work. That's beautiful. Soulmate connection, past lives, nostalgia. Make America Great Again is a nostalgic message for a time that wasn't good for everybody. Putting down the burden. The Ten of Wands. There's that rainbow flag. This is a very queer deck, so lots of rainbows in it. Ten of Wands, putting a burden down. And Five of Cups. Grief, moving on. All these losses, grieving them, turning around and seeing that there's a new Two of Cups there. Dang. This is not an easy time. There's loss. There's a burden that gets to be put down. This is a hard time. We're embracing a difficult time. I think the burden is make America great again. That it's time to put that down. But there's loss here. There's a grief that I see in this Five of Cups. There's something more to turn towards a Two of Cups, which is justice, mirroring, equality. But yeah, we just kind of have to accept life on life's terms right now for the next 6 months, which is until we have the full moon in Capricorn, until this process that we begin today concludes, wraps up. So the moon, yes, it's talking to us about dishonesty, lies, theft. Seven of Swords. Let's see here. Page of Wands, the queer, outside, foreign perspective. It's a cleansing. Cleansing of, it's a message, or there's our Eight of Wands again. There's definitely communication here from the, so this is the same card. There's a truth that's being told from the outsider perspective. What else? Oh, good. And there's a Page of Cups, which is a young, light, emotional message. There's like a light bulb. It's a silliness, it's a lightness. There's immaturity here in these communications that come. So I think, yeah, that's the message. We're looking at, so I love the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups, but there's communication coming from a very childish, ignorant, doesn't even belong in this place. The Page of Wands I love. I actually think of the Page of Wands as a card of a queer person. I identify with that as a person that sees things from the outside and can therefore help. But there's something here with this Page of Cups and this Page of Wands are too young, right? And we also have that here, this Page of Pentacles. There's like an immaturity in the message and in the messenger and in the actions that are taken from that immaturity. And there's a way that these people are captivated by the fire and by this, like they're captivated by this message. Yeah. And it's immature. There's action being taken from being captivated by an immature message, and it doesn't belong. It's not from here, and it feels, because it's under a Seven of Swords, which is dishonesty, theft. I don't like how this feels. Okay, so there's a vision here. It's hidden from us. Let's see. This is a dark message, my friends. But the world's hopeful because this needs to end. This is gross. It feels yucky. It really does. Okay, the vision, Two of Wands. There's the Empress, the Earth. Gives me a little bit of hope. And Judgment, Ascension. This is very mature. People that do things right rise. There's a seeing, intelligence. So there's earth and heaven and very powerful energies. And then there's a fight. So this is about a vision. It looks like this. This is the vision. It's not totally comfortable feeling vision. And then we have this Empress and this Judgment card. I almost feel like Earth and like, what is this? That makes me think of like the dollar bill. It feels like Christian nationalism. And then we see a struggle, a fight, competition, that these wills, so they get a setting fire. So these are competing visions that are fighting for control. That doesn't seem like I don't know that. It looks though like there is a fire lit by these competing visions. The future is the Seven of Wands. Integrity, resistance. Let's clarify that. I'm like having this thought of like, I'm not going to post this. I don't want to be the predictor of bad things. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Okay, this card wants to come out. The Knight of Swords. That's great. Has the truth. We need the truth after a Seven of Swords. Acts in an inspired and intelligent way with that truth. Very powerful, quick, very inspiring energy. The Two of Pentacles, finding a balance and a practicality. And thirdly, the Hanged Man, coming to see things from a whole new perspective and being stuck until we do. This is nice. I feel like there's good energy here. So like there's a force of truth that rides forward. There's a force of practicality that holds sway. And then it causes these ones to change their mind and see things differently. Yeah, well, that's good. One card, reassuring, the Sun, wish fulfillment, happiness, authenticity, kind of a relief to see that. So I think we're seeing in the next 6 months, the beginning here, or what we're feeling right now, is that we're kind of in this difficult time where there's some difficult energies out there, some illusions and immature thoughts and actions being taken. There's a conflict of there's two visions that are competing. We see the threat of fire, violence, but we do see in the future an ability to resist and hold off that. People change their minds, people get practical, and the truth rides forth with like the Knight of Swords. And then all of this happens under the world and the sun, which means that there is something ending, and then we do get wish fulfillment and authenticity. The opposite of the Seven of Swords is authenticity. We get the truth carried by this Knight of Swords, but the Sun here, the happiest card in the tarot, that's over all of this. That's the last card of this reading. So there is a happy ending to this, but it looks like a little bit of a hard time. So we'll see. I hope I'm completely wrong, and I hope we have this like an easy, joyful time. Depends on where you're looking, always. And I am maybe watching the news too much. So my message is like, oh, the election. So if you stuck it out with me, I think there's a hopeful ending here. But it doesn't look easy. And there's a lot of letting go of something that's going to take a long time for people to wake up from these illusions and fantasies. We do see them doing that in the end with this Hanged Man. When that future is, I don't believe in time checks. So we'll see. Okay, have a beautiful day.